Welcome back everyone to a new video, and this is my desk setup tour for late 2024. So without further ado, let's roll the intro and get right into the video. If you are a long-time follower of either my Instagram or you have seen my previous desk setup videos, I really tried to take care and coordinate my setup, not only from a functionality standpoint, but also aesthetically. So this is a totally new approach of how I put together my setup. And first of all, thanks to Vernal for providing me with the desk chair, and the drawer behind me, because without them this wouldn't have been possible. This is a completely new type of setup for me. As you can see, this has an L-shaped desk, which I haven't had before. I used two desks to kind of create an L in the past, but this is like an actual dedicated spot to do top-down shots, unboxings, reviews, product showcases, or to have talking head setups like this, which makes me super excited for the future of this channel because I will be more content. I'm super hyped and excited for 2025. I have a line of videos that will be recorded over the next couple of weeks, and this desk will help me create more content more frequently for you guys. You find all the details to this desk in the description below, but what I can say to you is it has 3 memory settings where you can save different settings. So I have 2 at the moment, which is this setting and as well as a standing setting. I think it's like 115 centimeters height. There's no wobble when putting it in stand mode, which I had trouble in the past, even with desks that were more expensive and even more premium than this one. But with this, probably also because of the L extension, it has a third leg to stand on, that's what she said. But this is super sturdy even in stand mode. I have a lot of extra desk space that I can dedicate to either working on keyboards or, as I mentioned, product reviews, unboxing, showcases, and talking head situations like this one. Let me now get to the heart of this desk setup, which is my Apple Mac Studio. It's the baseline M2 Max configuration, I think. I will put everything down in the description below because I can't remember on the top of my head. I think it has like 500 gigabytes of storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM, maybe 32, but you will see it down below. And then connected to that is the Apple Studio display. Currently only running one. I might be adding a second one in the future, but for now this will do for me. And for me, for streaming, for working, for creating content, this is more than enough. Been a huge fan of the Studio display in the past, and that was one of the easiest decisions to get another one. I think this display has been showcased on the internet for such a long time. The only thing that I wish it had was a 120 Hz refresh rate and a better webcam, because that is probably the weakest points of both. But other than that, I actually can't complain. It has all the functionalities, everything is USB-C or Thunderbolt compatible, and with the Mac Studio, this is the perfect addition to one another. Connected to my Mac Studio is the Apple Magic Trackpad 2, and I specifically waited for this one to be released, otherwise I would have stuck with the Logitech MX Master 3S. But now, since it has USB-C, I'm just happy, glad that they made the adjustment, that they made the change to this new model. And I basically can use one cable to charge or use any of my peripherals. I've always loved using a trackpad, especially because I was on the MacBook for so many years. And even though I love the MX Master 3S and the horizontal scrolling wheel, this feels much more easy to use. The other peripheral that I have currently is my custom mechanical keyboard, and at the moment that is the Singa Unikorn R2.2 in Pewter gray, I think it is, with a copper bottom. I have built it with an aluminum full plate, JWK Lavender switches by Canon keys. I think I have them set up with TX film 62 or 65 TX long springs, which will be spring swapped very soon to TX Ultra extra long springs in 67 gram TX stabs. So it's a very nice setup for me. I've been a huge fan of JWK Lavenders. If you look at my Polaris review from like 2 years ago, I used Lavenders as well with an FR4 half plate. This is even more to my liking. Love the full alu plate, and the only thing that I have to change are the TX stabs. I think these are the newest round of TX AP stabs. They're a little sluggish, especially on the spacebar, which makes it using the spacebar not so much fun. So I probably will desolder, get the spring swap going, and then put in genuine cherry clip-in stabilizers and have it properly set up and built. For all my audio work on the Mac, especially when it comes to work and Zoom calls, but also streaming in the future and voiceover recording in case I need, I have the Elgato Wave Neo. I think the Wave or Neo line from Elgato is targeted much at Mac users because it has a very modern, minimalist, white aesthetic. I think they have 4 products. I think a webcam, a stream deck, and the microphone, and I think a camera light or something, which all connects via USB-C. I'm just using the Wave Neo microphone. Again, connects via USB-C, no audio interface needed. Works like a charm, sounds pretty good, at least from what I've had feedback on in Discord or Zoom calls. And before I got this one, I actually had a Rode setup with all the Rode shebang-a-bang and the mic arm and XLR microphone, whatever. But it was a little too clunky for me on the setup. I wanted something more minimal and more clean, so I went back, got rid of that gear, and just got the Elgato Wave Neo. There are 4 products that are additions to my setup that I absolutely love, and these are all from NRD Design. Wallstacks Orion got me the hookup. I have the Snow White coaster, which I think was sold out for a long time. I have been stalking Reddit, Mac Market, and Discord servers all over the place just to get my hands on. Finally, Ryan reached out to me that said that they had some left in stock. Super happy. Got the matching tray, the matching Snow White nest, and there's a little throw-in from Ryan, which huge thank you and shout out to you, the NRD Grail. They're currently filled with GMK black on white releginables, and I will probably stick with that because it just fits my very clean minimal aesthetic. But I might be getting into artisan collection in the future because that's something the Nest is really like made for, like artisan showcasing and collection. But for now, I don't have the money to get into artisans, and I just didn't find the right artisans for me to collect. The final 2 pieces that round off the peripherals are, first of all, my Cable Mod triple white cable, I think it's called. Make sure to check out Cable Mod. They have a configurator that fits all your needs for a custom cable. You can change the connectors, whether it's USB-C, USB-A, or micro USB. You can change out the connectors, whatever, change colors. So it's super nice to use, very easy to handle, and they have pretty decent delivery times. I think they even have a EU store for all the people in Europe, with some in-stock products for that market. But overall, super happy. I have been using Keep Stuff cables for the majority of the last 2 or 3 years. I think they closed the store for commissioned cables for a couple of months, and I was just in need to get a new one. So I checked out Cable Mod, had good reviews, super happy with the cable, and I can just highly recommend checking out Cable Mod. And the final piece is my Native Union MagSafe charger, which sits right here on the right to the studio display. What can I say? It is a charger, it looks minimal, it almost has like this old money vibe with like this beige cream colored casing, and then the white MagSafe connector, of course. USB-C, charger's fine, nothing to add to that. The final piece of the setup is this office chair by Vernal, which is super comfortable. It doesn't have a premium price tag, yet still it has a very good value. You can adjust the armrests, you can adjust the headrest, it swivels back and forth, you can adjust the seating area, and of course it's height adjustable. For the price, you get a plastic build, of course. I compare it to the Herman Miller Embody chair because that's the one that I used before. It's not a fair comparison. This one is very comfortable, been sitting in it for 2 months, 3 months now, on a daily, works like a charm. Love the headrest, which I really missed on the Herman Miller body chair. But for now, I will stick with this as it definitely serves my needs and functions really, really well. It has a clean aesthetic. The only thing that I wish that Vernal would do in the future, make it a little more sturdy, because sometimes when you lean back, you hear a little crackle of the plastic. But overall, the texture, the fabric, really nice for the price point. So as well as the other products, it is linked down in the description below. The final area of my desk setup is the drawer behind me, and I have to be honest, this drawer is chaotic. I haven't fully organized it yet. What I can tell you is it has, of course, the top drawer area where you can just put stuff, decorative stuff like I have. A couple of bits and pieces that I acquired or that I got gifted from friends. Perfume, deodorant, some tools for keyboard building, power banks. My Hydro Flask stands there when I'm not using it at the desk. Below that, two kind of like storage areas where I usually put my keyboard cases, some other stuff that is like stored over there, like boxes, books, I don't know. And then below that you have 3 drawer units, 2 smaller ones where I just store papers, cards, keys and keychains, some other creams and whatever for my tattoos. The bottom drawer where I usually store all my boxes, which is also very unorganized. I will promise you, for the next desk setup video that I have in 2025, I will have it organized, I will have it clean, and I can show it to you in more depth what I have stored in the Vernal drawer. Just in case you're thinking what is lighting me up like this is the Godox SL60 as well as the BenQ standing light behind me to give it a little flair, a little aesthetic. It's a very basic setup, nothing too crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again, Vernal, for sponsoring this desk, the desk chair and the drawer. Check them out in the description below while you let me know what your favorite part of this desk setup is. So thank you all for watching this desk setup tour for late 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, comment down below, and hit the subscribe button so you'll be ready for the next video when it comes out, hopefully very, very soon. I will promise you there will be more frequent videos in the future, not as in the past. I'm very excited for 2025, so stick with me, hop on for the journey. It will be an exciting one. So see you in the next one.